All right, we start by popping the hood. It's the lever on the bottom there. We pull on that. And in front of the hood in the middle, there's a release latch there. Just have to pull it towards the driver's side. And once you do, you pull up and then the hood will release. So we gotta get the prop rod here. Sorry. Gotta pull that out and then it goes into that square hole there you see. Stick that in. All right, so now the hood is held up. So this is the air filter box. So there's 3 latches we got to pull down. So we don't need any tools, just our hands, okay? That's the second and third one. And you just got to pull them down. Like that. Boom, boom. And then the third one on the driver's side, I'm going to get at. Okay, and once you get it released, you got to pull up and out, okay? Up and out. And I'll explain why you have to do that in a bit. So you see that little slot there? So there are 2 prongs on the other side of the lid that has to slide into that space. There's a second one there that you don't see. So that's the reason why we have to pull up and out, okay? So once we get the clearance, you just have to pull out the filter. It's that easy. So I have just under 40,000 kilometers of driving over 2.5 years. So it's kind of dirty. It's still serviceable, but I'm going to replace it anyways. So I like using the genuine Honda one. That's the part number there. And the reason why I like using the Honda one is because the filter material is oil permeated. So it's going to be more sticky. So dirt that passes through it is going to stick to the media better for better filtration. And it's just a more solid looking piece compared to aftermarket units. So with the new filter, this is the position. So that slanted corner there, it's going to be facing the front passenger, and that's how it's going to go in. So you just have to get it in position. You got to lift up on the lid a little bit like that, just so you get enough clearance. And then you just have to position it carefully. And once it's in place, I'll show you just up close. Just make sure that the gasket sits flush on the base there, okay? And once you confirm that, you just have to reposition the lid. So again, you have to fit the prongs into the 2 slots as you see there. And then once you push in and you feel it lock in, then push down on the lid. This part's a little bit tricky, so that's why I wanted to show you those 2 prongs. But you just have to maybe work on it. You have to work on it a little bit maybe until you get it right. And eventually you will. And so I think I got it there. And how do I know? 1 latch goes back on. So that tells me I'm on the right track. So you just have to press down on the other side and then get the other 2 like that. Okay, and then once it locks in, you just have to wiggle it a little bit to make sure it's secure, and then that's it, you're done.